Hey everybody, I'm back. It's been a crazy week. I do have to start with a little disclaimer this week. Somebody told my wife she should watch a few videos that I am actually at least mildly entertaining. She did, and this is what she told me, that the disclaimer must be, the views in these videos are purely my own. My wife does not agree with my videos or many of my perceptions. She does not find me funny and thinks I am putting on an act. She also does not agree with the depictions of herself and the squirrel. In fact, she told me that I was wrong by saying to everybody that she tells me I'm wrong all the time. So, we have that. Now that disclaimer is, these are my thoughts and my thoughts alone. So, let's get right into this nonsense. So, this week, there was a mostly peaceful riot in the Capitol. All of these supporters were coming in. They went to the Capitol. Allegedly, the president said to do this, which, if you listen to him, that's not what he said. But that's neither here nor there. We have the most hypocritical government probably in the world. A bunch of hypocrites. Our government is have mastered finger pointing. Finger pointing and hypocrisy. For the last 7 months, we have seen these peaceful riots all over the country. Buildings have been burned, cars have been overturned, Molotov cocktails thrown in occupied police cars, people murdered, autonomous zones. We have seen it all. And not a word from one side. In fact, the word that they say is, people do what they do. They expect these riots to continue. They are part of the process. Look at history. That's from our president, VP-elect. She said that. Some people said, make these people uncomfortable. There was even another elected official 2 years ago who actually said somebody should assassinate the sitting president. But these people did not incite any violence. These people liked the violence because history showed that was changed. But when it was the other side, no good. But this isn't limited to one side, because they're both like that. What happened in the Capitol wasn't an insurrection, it wasn't treason, it wasn't sedition. These are the popular buzzwords right now. It was a bunch of people acting like fools, and I condemn all of the violence and all of this. The police let them in. There was a coordinated effort to let these people in there. If you watch the videos, it supports it. But let's not fool ourselves. Let's not feign outrage at one side and condone the other side. And that goes for both sides. It's nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Finger pointing and hypocrisy. Then we have Big Joe. Anybody ever listen to Joe Biden when he's giving a speech? He's always yelling at people. He yells more than I yell. Give me a break, Joe. Stop the yelling. We're human beings. Unless you need a hearing aid or something because you're an old dude. Stop the yelling, Joe. Talk to us like human beings. You go out there and you talk to everybody, tell them we need unity and heal, and then you play the race card. Joe, you won. You don't have to pander anymore. But by playing the race card, you're not healing. You are dividing. It is okay for you, Joe, to call white people thugs, but when it was the other way around, thugs was a derogatory term you can't use. Once again, hypocrisy. And just to be clear, the people from the other side jumped on Joe the same way. It's a lot of jumping. We said they don't care if they're right or wrong. They just want the other side to be wrong. It's nuts. We had this other loony bird who's married to her brother, her husband, a friend. Who knows who she's married to, wants to impeach. So she's, for this act of terrorism, Ilha Oman wants to draw up the impeachment papers and get him out of here. So what? On 9/11, which she compared this to, somebody did something, but in Washington it was an insurrection. White terrorists. Omar, give me a break, man. I don't know. Now, the week actually started. I'm going to look at his name right now. Representative Emmanuel Cleaver from Missouri gives the opening Congress prayer. And at the end of the prayer, blah, blah, blah. And at the end of a prayer, what do you say? Amen, which means so be it. This moron, to show how inclusive the Democratic Party, says amen, and a woman. What a bunch of ignorant, pandering fools. So when he goes to church, is he a little confused? What do they play at church? Hymns or hers? Are we just changing every word that has man in it to woman? This is where we are going with our country. Ronald Reagan said it many years ago. Fascism will enter the country in the guise of liberalism. I don't know. And it seems where we're going. So, a little note closer to home. Cuomo is going to let us, or at least he's trying to get gambling here online and make marijuana legal. So, hey, good for you, Cuomo. Eventually, you know, even a broken clock is right twice a day. So, I'll give him some for that. Who cares? But, I did go and get the vaccination for the virus. I went the other day, and I didn't grow 2 heads. I had a little bit of a headache all day, so I looked online. It's a common symptom, but I was curious because they said take the test for COVID to see if you need a test. It's a self-test. So everything was no. There was one symptom. I said headache, and it came back, go get a test. So if you have a headache, you got to go get a test. The CDC also just released that the quick test picks up on the flu, a common cold. That's why you're getting so many positives. It doesn't work. So, another interesting thing about the vaccine, I don't even know how to get into this one if you're a man. Doctors have conducted a study, and I want to know who the men in this study, that the vaccine should be shot into the penis because it is easier to absorb. I'll pass. I got it right on my arm. I'll show you if you want. My general rule of thumb is to keep sharp objects away from that area. Needle and my manhood, I'll take the hard way, not the easy way. Ugh. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just want to get back to the old days. Now, you know, do you remember when you used to do wash? You took it out of the dryer every once in a while. You reach into a pocket, you find $1 or $5 bill. But now you find a mask. I want to get back to the finding the money, no masks. There are my pants that are tried and clean. There are my jackets. I'm finding masks everywhere. Masks galore. I don't know. You know these masks. The same people, hypocrites, who tell us universal health care, it's a human right, now want to take away your health care if you're not wearing a mask. Once again, hypocrites. This is government ain't just your people in the general public, and I've said it before. Stupid. Let's get back to Washington for a second. Congressmen in Washington, as they're breaking down the doors, the news is showing these videos. So they're breaking down the doors, and one of the congressmen, I don't know who he is, was pushing a desk and chairs against the door so they couldn't get in. And the media, the comment for the media was, look at him, he's not even wearing a mask. That was their concern, the mask. This virus has consumed everything and will change the world how everything is. The media is probably bigger hypocrites and dishonest than the government, and to one-up the government is pretty tough. Pretty tough. Now, to get closer to home, I really do believe that my wife and the squirrels play a game with me every day. Who's going to annoy me first? Inevitably, and it really is a toss-up, but I get annoyed each day. Perhaps that's why I drink so much. One of the squirrels was going up to bed last night, and he said, Dad, I need some water. And I said, you have water upstairs. He goes, that's old crap. I can't drink that. Old crap. Can't drink it. He went to get some new water, and we got rid of the old crap. I don't blame him. I guess water goes bad. It was stale. It was from earlier in the day. So I was reading Dear Abby, or whoever the new one is, and one of the comments was, my parents treat one of my other siblings or my other siblings better than they treat me. You know, and she goes through this whole thing, a little introspection. I got this. Dude, you're probably a jackass. Nobody's treated the same. Another one writes in, I think it was a parent thing. What are they going to do with their 51-year-old child? 51 child, a little bit of an oxymoron, 51 child. Or I do know one right now. I think he's 52, still lives in the attic of his parents' house. He's not watching these because he doesn't have a cell phone or a video to watch. So he's not seeing this. So what's up, Steve? How do I handle my 51 child living at my house who is nasty, disrespectful, and doesn't work? I got an idea. Throw him on his ass. Enough cuddling this kid and let him live there as an adult. Get out of the house. Fool. You know what we call that? Lazy, no good, nothing. Get rid of him. Waste of space. A little tough love. It's been too long. Forget Dear Abby or Dear Ann. Just write me. I'll be Dear Reality. Write your comments on the back. You may not want the answer, but I'll give you one. I was in BJ's the other day with my wife, and I don't know if I told you guys. I think it was last Friday. I was in BJ's, and we were behind another couple, and the husband turned around to the wife, and he said, "Honey, just focus." I found it very humorous because my wife's got the same problem in BJ's. Just focus. Let's get what we need and get the hell out of here. Oh, my gosh. Unbelievable. If you were that dude in the black Mercedes in front of me at the red light in the left lane, why did you wait to put your blinker on when the light turned green? You cost me about 10 minutes, moron. Oh, another thing. The Boston Marathon bomber is suing the prison because he feels he isn't getting treated right. He feels he's discriminated against. Didn't they spare this guy's life? You're a bomber who killed people. I don't care how you're treated. You should be treated poorly. You're a killer. Oh, these things infuriate me. Now, for the last one. For you people out there who believe that myself is being fooled by the media, that I'm being fooled by the media. You know, I'm a pretty smart guy. Not the smartest. Ask my wife, she'll tell you. But I think I'm a pretty smart guy. The media is not fooling me. I do my research, I look things up, and I listen to both sides. So why don't you just tell me that I'm a moron? The media is not fooling me, and it's probably not fooling anybody watching right now. The media is a dishonest group of people, and whatever they say, I have to look at twice. So, don't believe what the media tells you, and they're certainly not fooling me. Now, on a good note, hope you listen to some good songs tonight that you didn't know. You listen to my yelling and screaming. Didn't grow any extra heads or tails from the vaccine. Hopefully get the next one in a couple weeks. Things will get better. Don't listen to the president-elect. The dark days aren't in front of us. The dark days are hopefully behind us. Find somebody you love, because tomorrow isn't guaranteed. I had another friend recently the other day, just came down with the COVID. Dinger, God bless you, man. You'll be all right in a couple days. We'll be back to hitting the bottle. Hopefully it doesn't affect your sense of taste, because that'll be a real bummer when you're sitting around watching Netflix. Hey, listen, I love everybody. Give everybody a hug, man. Cheers.